You know, over the weekend, Prey came out. I did a review on that. It's a movie everyone's talking about, rightfully so. But there's another movie here that also came out on streaming on Amazon Prime. And it's not getting talked about as much. And honestly, I think we're sleeping on one of the better movies of the year. Yeah. "13 Lives" is a new film directed by Ron Howard, and it's pretty much telling the story of the soccer team, these young boys, this young soccer team that are trapped in these underground caves in Thailand. This actually really happened in, I believe it was 2018. Yeah, this is pretty much showing you what happened in those days and during that time in the rescue mission that was assembled pretty much to go out and rescue these kids from these caves. And during the time they're flooded and it's raining hard. Directed by Ron Howard, and it stars Viggo Mortensen and Colin Farrell and Joel Edgerton and a few other people that make a great ensemble cast here. So I was a little, I had heard about this movie through Amazon Prime. Obviously, it came out on Amazon Prime August 5th. And it was released in some theaters here and there. But I was excited. I told myself I wouldn't go see it in theater. This feels like a movie that I would have watched maybe, I would rather watch at home. I didn't know too much about the story. I Googled it a little bit before watching it and then after. Just to see kind of exactly what it really is. I remember during that time, it was during the World Cup, and I remember hearing the story, and it was sprinkled throughout everything that was going on at the time. I've been waiting for a movie for me to say, man, this is a great movie. I remember doing the top 5 or the top 4 movies were, to me, movies that have been great that I've watched this year. Ever since then, I still haven't really watched a movie this year that I feel like I would say it's great. Like, man, that is a great film. This one's going to be one of them, though, for sure. 13 Lives is an incredible movie that had me on the edge of my seat throughout the whole film. I watched it last night. I started it around 11. It's a 2.5-hour long movie, and I was done with it by around 1:30. It is a long film, and that's one of my gripes of this film. It is a little too long. They could have cut a little bit off of some of the scenes. There were some scenes I felt like they were maybe not unnecessary, but it just felt a little repetitive of what we've already seen. And but other than that, as far as it being too long and maybe not, I think more people will complain about the character development here. I guess, a movie does need you to really not care about the people, but you would want to sympathize with them. But I feel, in my opinion, I saw other people complain about that. In my opinion, I do not believe they did a bad job of that. I believe they did a great job of that. And because of that, I think this is an awesome movie. I think this is a great movie. It is an intense movie for sure. There are some scenes in this movie that have me holding my breath because of it's underwater. Some of the scenes a lot of the scenes are underwater as these guys are swimming through these caves, these small little caves, trying to get to the boys. And it is some of the most claustrophobic scenes I've seen. And when even if one little thing goes wrong, you start feeling it. You feel like you're there with them. You feel like you're also, like, you gotta find, you gotta make sure your oxygen tank is, as well, is strapped on and everything. It's, it causes me some stress, honestly, watching this film. But man, it's a really good film. Again, it's just about these boys who are trapped in these caves during, this rainy day, and the floods of the rain, cause the caves to pretty much, I guess, close in on itself. There's no real way out unless you're swimming through these small little areas and tunnels. And pretty much, Colin Farrell and Viggo Mortensen play these two I guess, some of the best divers in the world who are coming in to help. It's really cool, actually, how many thousands of people from, I believe, 17 countries, 5,000 people come in to help in whatever way they can. A lot of divers are there. A lot of different types of teams are there trying to see what they can do, what they can figure out to save these kids. And I think that's really cool. And they show that in such an awesome way how, when something like this is going on in the world, how kind of humanity, humans can still come together and kind of, for the sake of, just these lives, trying to, save them. And I thought I did a good job of showing that. Again, I think Ron Howard is such a great director in that aspect where I feel like he still kind of makes it feel grounded. It's, these guys are heroes, but it's not about them in a sense. It's not about the heroism. These guys are also normal guys. I think they do a good enough job to show that they're just normal. Colin Farrell's character has a son who you can tell gets annoyed with his job every time he has to leave, and he's just like, come on, man, I'm your son, and you're not spending time with me. And they show that how I'm not sure. It seems like maybe he's not even married. He's not with his wife anymore, or with the kid's mom, and so it shows that aspect. You can tell he's just not, possibly hasn't been there for the kid as much as he should. You have Vigo, who kind of looks like a loner, almost like just kind of alone. He talks about how he hates kids. He's not a big, he doesn't really care for kids. So this mission for him isn't, at first, at least you see it, is not, I don't want to say care too much, but it's, he doesn't really, he has no emotional connection to this. But because of that, I believe because of his kind of stoic personality at times, you can see as the movie progresses, man, this guy's he does care. And this mission really does begin to kind of take over a lot of these guys. And then you bring in Joel Edgerton's character, who I thought was a great addition as well. Yeah, there's more to the movie than just going in and rescuing these kids and bringing them out. As the movie progresses, you begin to see how difficult that job is really going to be, and it's insanely difficult. There's another. I want to check it out. Another documentary on this mission trip, on this trip here, called The Rescue, and I want to check it out just to see again, I guess firsthand storytelling from these people, and just kind of see exactly how it compares to the movie. But man, other than that, yeah, I thought everything was awesome in this movie. The performances again were incredible to me. Colin Farrell was a standout. I thought he really disappeared into this role. I don't know this guy. I don't know his real life. How much Colin Farrell might have studied this guy, but it did feel like Colin Farrell became somebody else. And we talk about that in the Batman, how he physically transformed himself. It seems like with this movie, he does this thing. I don't know what it is, but like he really does immerse himself into this regular dude, this diver. And it's really cool to see. It's really cool. Like I love this character. I love the way he played him in this movie. But again, Viggo Mortensen did great. Joel Edgerton did great. Ron Howard directed a great film here. This is really good, man. This is really, really damn good. I'm gonna give it an 8.8 out of 10. This is really, really good. I wanted to get it tonight, but again, it's a little too long, and there is some moments in this where I feel like it felt just kind of maybe dragged a little bit. But for the most part, I was in this film the whole way. I was at the edge of my seat. This is a great, great film, especially the last 30-40 minutes of this film. It's just intense, man. It's really intense. But yeah, that's my rating. That is my opinion on this movie, 13 Lives. What do you guys think? It's on Amazon Prime right now. You guys can go ahead and check it out. Obviously, I kind of do wish now I would have watched it in theater, because there are some sound things in this. They do some certain things with sound and the water and everything that you hear. It just seems so detailed. And I kind of wish I would have watched it in theater. But either way, I saw this at home. It was still great. Awesome movie. Are you guys going to watch it? Check it out. Does my opinion suck on this film? If it does, let me know. Follow, subscribe. That'd be cool. Thanks, y'all. Peace.